Hi, grade 12s. We're focusing right now on starting to look at the human nervous system. The human nervous system is what takes in information from the outside of your body and allows you to respond in a particular way, allows you to throw a ball, allows you to run without falling over yourself. It coordinates all your movements. It coordinates the movement of your body to all the outside stimuli. And so your nervous system is a very fast-acting system. Later on, we will look at the endocrine system, which also responds to stimuli from outside the body and even from inside the body, but the endocrine system works very slowly. Your nervous system works exceptionally rapidly. And so what we're going to do in this segment is to look at the two different parts of the nervous system and see how they function. So the human nervous system consists of what we call the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And if you have a look at this diagram, it's almost like we were going back to what we learned just now in grade 10 and 11. The central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord. And it's protected, if you remember from just now, by the axial skeleton. It's going to be protected by the brain and the bones making up the vertebral column. But we don't only have a central nervous system, we have something called a peripheral nervous system. Now this word peripheral means around the outside. If you have a house and you have a fence that goes around your house, we say that this fence is around the periphery of your property. And that is what we mean when we talk about a peripheral nervous system. It's all the bones leading from the central nervous system. So, nerves that are leading from the central nervous system to the other parts of your body. So anything that leaves the brain or leaves the spinal cord going to other parts of your body and part of the nervous system, we call the peripheral nervous system. So we can see one nervous system divided into these two functioning parts. We've already mentioned that the central nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal cord. If you're able to draw a mind map like this, showing you the different parts and explaining how the different parts of the nervous system are linked, you'll be well on your way to actually understanding it. The peripheral nervous system, as we said, all the nerves that go to and from the central nervous system, and they link that central nervous system with the rest of the body. What enables me to use this pen in a regulated, controlled, coordinated way is the fact that the nerves are going from my hand, peripheral nervous system, all the way to my spinal cord, some of them, and some of them to my brain. And that enables me to use the extremities or the peripheral areas of my body in a controlled, coordinated way. So we said that the central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord. Let's look now at the peripheral nervous system. It can be divided into what we call the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system contains nerves that work in a voluntary way. So me picking up my hand, that is under voluntary control, whereas me blinking my eyes in order to make my eyes damp and moist so that I can see, that is an involuntary action. And so we see that our somatic nerves are those under our voluntary or conscious control. Scratching your head, conscious control. And walking, running, jumping, all conscious control. The autonomic nervous system, on the other hand, contains all the nerves responsible for involuntary actions that we do not consciously control. So your breathing, even while you're asleep, your breathing continues, and that is all under control of the autonomic nervous system. While you are sleeping, food is being digested, and that food has to be passed along your digestive system. What causes those muscles to contract and relax? The autonomic nervous system. Continual production of urine right throughout the day, throughout the night, over 24 hours. What stimulates that? The autonomic nervous system. Now, the autonomic nervous system itself is divided into two different kinds of systems. We say that there are the sympathetic nerves and the parasympathetic nervous system, and they go to the same organs. They're not under voluntary control, but they bring about opposing or opposite actions. So your eye pupils can dilate and they can constrict. Those two functions are brought about by the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. More about the nervous system after the break.